Hi guys, welcome back. So once you completed the entire unwrapping process, the next thing is we have to export that unwrapped versions of the images. Like if I selected this main mushroom house, you can see the 2D version of our 3D, the UV of our 3D model. So we have to take this as an image output, and after that, in a image editing or a painting software, we'll be adding all the colors and textures. So in order to do that, once you make sure that everything is object mode, none of the components are selected. Once you've done that, you can select the models. After that, in the UV editor itself, you can see an icon of camera. If you hover over it, you will be seeing a message UV snapshot. This option will help you to save this image as a snapshot in your system, and it will be easy for you to work after that. So once you selected the object you want to export, you can press the icon, and in the settings panel, the first one is you will be able to select a location and a file name. After that, image format, then the size, x and y value. Here I have selected the 4K size. After that, here, since we are actually not using any more tiles or anything, this is like a more advanced area in UV editing. We are not actually covering that area. And the edge colors, that means the UV colors, we have to define either white or black or gray in between. So here we are going to keep everything the default. The only thing we are going to select is image format. We are going to select PNG, and size we are going to put 4K 4096, and file name you can select a convenient place in your system. And after that, you can just select and save each of this. I have already saved the images. You can select here, you can select any one of your computer places, and you can just select the object and you can just save it. Once you save it, that images will be saved as an image, the files will be saved as an image. And if you just open in an image format, if you open just in an image viewer, you will not be seeing much, because since the background is white, and as well as the UV is also just outlines, it will not be viewing properly. Once you exported everything like that, the next thing is we don't have to use our work. Everything is in not in Maya. From this point onwards, we'll be using any of the image editing or a painting software in order to create a textures similar to our concept image. Here I am using Photoshop. You can use, if you don't have access to Photoshop, you can use alternatives like Krita or Autodesk Sketchbook. These are two like really good alternatives. They are both completely free, and they are both similar to Photoshop, so it will be much easier to do it. And once you've done that, you can just open that images in Photoshop. Here also, since it's PNG, you will not be seeing any background, so you can just add a new layer. I hope all of you have a prior experience in using Photoshop. Since I am not actually in this lesson, I am actually not going through much in Photoshop. I'll be directly going over and painting the rest of the images based on our concept image. And if you don't have any experience in using Photoshop, you can find many tutorials here on the platform itself. So before you continue this process, if you don't have any experience, watch one of those classes, and then you will be able to follow along and doing it. So after this point onwards, you can just open your concept image, and once you open the concept image, you can refer the same colors as before. And here I am actually going to just drag this image onto a UV, so we will be able to reference it much more easily. Once that is done, you can just lock the layer. After that, you can just add new layers and you can start painting. So here you can see for the base color, you can actually just pick from our main color, and you can change the colors anytime you want. So base colors are just, you can just paint them. Okay, so I just inverted that UV, so it will be much easier for us to see. So after that you can just start painting the colors. Here I actually just painted the base color. Same way you can actually create a second layer, and you can just start painting the next colors also. So here you can see this is our outside area and this is our inside area. And if you have any doubts, you can just always go back to our 3D model, and you can just select the 3D model and make sure that which part you are actually painting on. So this is here, the bigger part is the outside area, and the smaller one is the inside area. So after that you can just go back here in the software, and you can just start painting the colors like so. After that you can just change the brush, and you can just change the colors also, and you can add darken colors and other things. So once you actually added the base colors, after that you can just add extra details like lines and dots and extra textures like that. So here I added the base color, and the next thing is here we have to add the colors for the door also. So here you can just select the door color, base color, and you can if you don't want to use brush, you can just use any of the selection tools in order to add the textures for the doors. Here I am using polygonal selection tool, so it will be much easier for me to select and do that. So here I added this base color. After that for the inside and all, you can just add the darker colors, and you can start adding the details. So from here on out I'll be fast forwarding this process, and once I completed the entire texture, I'll see you back in Maya for the final shading and rendering process. So I'll see you guys in the next video.